Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Well, finally we see some movement here. We are heading further down. Basically, this could be the sell-off we've been waiting for. It's too early to confirm that. We are still holding that 1280 to 1290 support level. Why is that so important? Well, we talked about that before. It is so important because if we draw the fibs here, this is sort of the area between the 88.7 and the 78.6% fib level, very important area for support. And we currently have here a possible ABCDE triangle. If we really indeed break below the low of the wave B, which is at 1268, I mean, that is sort of the final confirmation, I think, that we are coming down. But as long as we hold 1290, 1280, we still have a chance to move up here in a wave E. It's just that important support area. And also we have not yet broken, I mean, you know, it's always a bit of a subjective thing. How do you draw trend lines? But I think this is pretty clear. We have not broken below the trend line. It's currently holding it. It's basically here at around 1287. That support level, we haven't broken it. So if this is an Elliott wave triangle, then we would expect still one more leg up. Now we've made a new low, so from that low we can now calculate an ideal target for the wave E. This obviously is changing a little bit depending on how low we really go, but based on the latest low, the ideal level, if we now do the upside, an ideal level would be 1360, okay, for a wave E. Now, as you know, there are different scenarios possible. We have a scenario where we can count this as a WXY. That would lead to a breakout from here. Also here, the 1290, 1280 level needs to hold, to basically enable us. Then we would have an A, B, and the wave C to the upside. And that would take us to around 1450, maybe even higher. But it's also possible to have the direct breakout to the downside, and that would take us into the region between 1150 to 1200. I cannot tell you which of these scenarios is going to play out. They are all possible. The market has that potential. The point is to watch for these key levels. When they get broken, they will tell us which scenario is probably going to unfold. The point is here that 1290, 1280 level, that is going to provide a lot of support. And if we break below that, then I think we are sort of in this pink wave count that should take us down straight away. The strength of the sell-off might really suggest that in this wave C, and again, this is sort of speculation at this stage, sort of micro counting, but it could really be that this was a 1, this a 2, as I showed you before in videos. We might now be in a wave 3, but if this is the case, then in this wave 3, we should take out this 1280 level and the 1265 level here, this swing low, and we should come down lower. Target for that wave 3 would then be on these different possibilities, but one key level would be the 12.9 level, 1209, or let's call it 1210. That's the 1.618 extension, and then there will be a wave 4 retracement and then a wave 5 down. Now that might take us really into the region around 1150 to 1200. Yeah? So it's getting very interesting now. Just it's a matter of watching the price. We have pulled back to support, so some cheeky traders might want to go long here, but at the moment there is no evidence that the bottom is in here. Yeah, this is quite a strong candle. There is just simply no evidence. For me, a move above that swing high would be a confirmation that we push higher. But again, any move here in a triangle is difficult. You know, until we really break out of such a triangle, we don't have a clearly defined trend. This always looks very strong and very impressive when we come down finally, but to be honest, we have still not broken out of the range. So calm down. Yeah, no reason to panic. We still haven't broken out of the range. This can of course happen, but the point is we haven't broken the support line, yeah, and we haven't broken the key support levels. But I'd be happy if we finally do it, because you know this is nothing strong that is happening at the moment. It's not a crazy move at the moment. You know, in the whole, the last few weeks, we didn't see any, it's just what happened before, right? There's no strong sell-off here at all or anything. This is just movement down, movement up, movement down. You know, this was quite an impressive sell-off, but in the end we stayed in the range all the time. So until we break out of the range, really we still haven't got any decision here. The market is purely, again, messing around with us and maxing out the possibilities it has. So we need to be patient. Just talk about my strategy really. So again, strategy is, if we come down, which is I think still the most likely pattern here, that we will make one more low. Now I don't know if we make a short wave to the upside and then come down, or if we come down straight away, but when we come down once more, I will buy once more, a larger batch, as I did at 12.50, and then wait for the recovery to the upside. This scenario is valid as long as we're holding ideally 11.30, but we could even go down to $1,000 without invalidating this sort of wave pattern, which would allow us to recover then in a wave 3 to the upside. That could take us all the way up to $3,000, maybe even a little bit higher. But you know, I'm at a point where I say I don't really care in which direction we go. I just want some movement, because this has really been a very, very boring and draining sideways range in which we currently are. Well, here we talked about it. It will be an interesting week here. We've got CPI data coming up, a few other bits and pieces, and that is always, you know, these are always the weeks where we see a little bit of short-term volatility. Now, I sincerely hope we now break the trend line, but of course, as long as we're holding it, we're holding it. And as you can see here, there are two wave patterns at least, where we see at least short-term upside here in a wave E before we come down, or some more extensive upside in a wave C before we come down. I think in the next few hours we'll know more. We'll probably know more if we hold this support level or not. And yeah, again, if we break 1280, that could finally be the low that we've been waiting for. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.